Andrew Duncan here with the Duncan Duo Team, and I'm joined by
Robert Johnson,
President of the Duncan Duo Team and USF alma mater over here. I didn't get the privilege of going to USF, but we're proud to support their university and be official partners with USF. But we're here to talk to you today about the steps that you should take before you ever look at a house if you're thinking about buying a house. I think that first and foremost, the mortgage qualification process. Before you ever look at a house, you need to talk to a lender, get approved, and go through that process before you ever step foot in the house.
Yeah, I think it's a scary thing. When you want to buy a home, it's a lot of times scary to think, okay, well, what do I do now to get started in the process? And naturally, as somebody who looks at homes a lot, you think, oh, I want to go out there and find something I love and see if I can buy it. That's not actually the first step. The first step is the pre-approval process, which would make the entire process much easier as a buyer.
A lot of sellers don't want to show their home to someone that isn't pre-approved. A lot of real estate agents don't want to show a home to someone that's not pre-approved because they may not think that they can. And you as a buyer may think, oh, well, I got a 780 credit score. I'm golden. I'm great. And that might be fine, but you might be self-employed. You might have a credit issue you don't know about that you need to take care of. There may be conditions about the mortgage process that are way different than qualifying for a loan for furniture or for a house or for a car that you don't quite grasp. So getting that done up front. The other thing that happens far too often that needs to, buyer goes out, finds house that's a competitive house in a competitive market, and then they go to get the pre-approval process, and it takes a couple days before they can make their offer, and somebody else comes in and gets that house under contract. So we want to prevent that happening to you because it happens a lot. It happens all the time where houses go before someone has a chance because they put the cart before the horse. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that what also is really important is when you're out there and you're kind of getting excited about the process and you're looking at homes online, maybe you really haven't got to the pre-approval point yet, but you're still really thinking about it. Get out there and drive around in some neighborhoods. You might see houses that you love online, but when you get there, they're not really as good of deals as they look like online.
Yes, and I think that's really, really important. Ninja tip. Before you look at houses, drive a neighborhood, measure the commute, and measure the commute during times that you would commute. If you go to Google Maps and look at how quick it is to your office at noon, that's not realistic. You want to know what it's like at 8 o'clock. You also want to see what's going on in the neighborhood at night, what's going on in the neighborhood of a weekend. That's when you're going to see the true story of all the skeletons in the neighborhood, those things that may want you to avoid and move on to another neighborhood. So drive through it at night, measure some commute times. Definitely really important before you ever look at a neighborhood. Drive and get to know the area. So hopefully these have been helpful tips for you to take into consideration and do before you ever go out and look at a house in person. So thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow all of our socials. We are at The Duncan Duo, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.